Today I'm going to share with you 7 reasons why downloading the Nutrisystem NUMI app can help you lose weight. We're also going to walk through the app a little bit and get acquainted with all the cool tools available that I used when doing Nutrisystem. I honestly don't think I would have been successful on the program had I chosen not to use the NUMI app. Now, you can totally use the NUMI app whether or not you're using Nutrisystem, but it is created with Nutrisystem users in mind. Last year I started using Nutrisystem about this time and I lost over 20 pounds, and I've been able to keep it off. A year later, I still have that weight off, and I've vlogged my entire 3-month journey, and you guys can watch that right here for help and encouragement along the way if this is something that you're doing as well. I shared how I lost 10 pounds in my first week. I shared some tips for success on the program and my epic fails. So if you're interested in trying Nutrisystem for yourself, I've put a link in the description box below for 50% off, so you guys go check that out. So let's talk about why using the NUMI app can help you lose weight on your Nutrisystem journey. Nutrisystem supports you in so many different ways as you work towards your weight loss goal. Along with a variety of food options and guidance from professional dietitians, you can also get access to the NUMI app, which helps you keep track of your progress, and it aids in creating the habits needed to help keep the weight off once you hit your goal. By simply logging what you eat, drink, and do each day, you're actually increasing your chances of success. There's research that shows people who consistently record what they eat lose twice as much weight as people who didn't track it. So when you use the NUMI app to log your water, your activity level, and your weight each day, you'll have insightful information that's going to help you understand when you're hitting key benchmarks and when you're facing obstacles. The NUMI app would be worth using simply as a food diary, but it helps you achieve your weight loss goals in other critical ways too. And here are 7 reasons you should download the NUMI app on your Nutrisystem weight loss journey. Number 1, it's easy scan and record functions. The built-in barcode scanner lets you log your food without typing a single word. You just scan your barcode on your food item, whether it's a Nutrisystem meal or one you created on your own, and NUMI will record the nutrition content and help you stay on track with your calorie goals for the day. We're going to be walking through the app at the end of this video to get familiar with it, and so that I can show you just how easy it is, along with some helpful functions like where to find recipes for flex meals and more. Number 2, set reminders. With NUMI, you'll never forget to log your food, your water, activity, or weight. When you download the app, there will be an option to choose the reminders you want to set up so that you're never going to get unwanted notifications. I chose to use all the reminder options because my life is busy and I tend to forget to do things like log my food. So if I forgot to log my food, I know myself. I would have definitely eaten way too much or way too little because I wouldn't have remembered if I ate my veggie servings and what smart carb I had with my power fuel. I would have overestimated the amount of water I drank and stalled in my weight loss. Tracking is a pain, yes, but it's so worth it if you're serious about your weight loss goals. And honestly, it helped me in the formation of creating new habits in the beginning, and I know I wouldn't have done as well without it. Number 3, NUMI remembers your favorites. So when you eat a meal or a snack that you love, look for the heart at the top right corner of the food entry and tap it. All of the favorites will be stored, so you'll know which to order more of the next time. This is a great way to easily find recipes that you love or would like to try. I use the heart option anytime I just want to bookmark it and go back and try it later. And if I didn't like the recipe, I just tap the heart again so it would no longer be in my favorites, and it's a great way to keep up with all of that stuff. Number 4, NUMI keeps you up to date. You can find everything you need to know about the Nutrisystem program on the NUMI app. Things like smart carbs and power fuel lists, plateau busting tips, along with shopping and eating out guides. You can read articles from The Leaf, which is Nutrisystem's health blog, and bookmark the ones that you found helpful for easy reference later. Another cool feature is that when you turn on all the NUMI notifications, you're going to be alerted of sales and giveaways, exclusive recipes, and all of the latest news from Nutrisystem. Number 5, NUMI allows you to sync your fitness tracker. You can sync your Fitbit and Apple Watch to the NUMI app to automatically log your daily activity. This is such a great feature to have. It takes all the guesswork out of entering any activity or exercise for the day. My daily step goal is 10,000, and I usually hit it when I'm conscious of tracking it. I'm terrible at guessing how active I've been for the day. Chasing a toddler and doing house chores and grocery shopping, they all count for sure. But I wanted to be sure that I was getting intentional, heart elevating steps in for the day as well. For a while, I was just sitting so much trying to finish the rough draft of my book that's going to be released later this year. But once I started tracking, I was more conscious of getting up and moving with the reminders on NuMi. Seriously, you guys, without reminders, I know I wouldn't move as much or drink my water. I just get so wrapped up in tasks that I forget. Number 6 is NuMi makes shopping for flex meals easier. And this one's a big one for me here, you guys. You can open up the recipe listing on your NuMi app when you're at the grocery store, and you're gonna be able to plan your flex meals on the spot and pick all the ingredients that you need to make them. I'm so bad at remembering to make a list ahead of time when I go to the grocery store, so this was really helpful for me. It kept me on course and away from forgetting ingredients, getting home to make the meal, realizing I forgot them, feeling frustrated, and just grabbing pizza with my family instead of the healthy meal that I intended to make in the first place. Maybe you've never been there before, but if you are like me and you have, it's really helpful for remembering what you need to get at the grocery store. Number 7 is my absolute favorite reason why using NuMi is great. It's 100% free. There's no charge for downloading and using the NuMi app. So you have nothing to lose but excess weight. And that's awesome. I'm so grateful that it's a free app. Okay, so there you go. My top 7 reasons why using NuMi will definitely help you achieve your weight loss goals. Okay, now I'm gonna show you around the app a little so you can just see how easy it is to navigate. When you first create your account, you're gonna be prompted to enter in some basic information about yourself, such as your weight, your measurements, and you can even upload before and after pictures, which I would highly recommend that you take. They're so helpful on the days that you just feel like giving up. Under the settings tab, you're gonna find your profile, order history, you're gonna be able to connect your fitness tracker and even manage your next order. If you click on the view your profile section, this is where you're gonna find your measurements. They will keep up with your starting measurements. And then once a month, you should go and update those to see your progress. With Nutrisystem, it's not always about your weight on the scale, but it's about pounds and inches. So don't just rely on the number on the scale to determine your progress. Measurements can help you see just how well you're actually doing when it comes to trimming down. And you guys can check out my month 2 and 3 results to see how many inches I lost overall. I dropped 2 pant sizes and was finally able to bend over and tie my shoes without gasping for air. I know, it was really that bad, you guys. It was tough for me when I first started. So it was a really great choice for me. I'm so glad that I did Nutrisystem. Okay, next we're gonna go to the home screen, or journal as they call it. This is where most of your time is gonna be spent. First, you're gonna notice the calorie intake goal at the top. When I joined Nutrisystem, they took some information to determine how many calories I needed to consume in order to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. So your number may look different. Okay, down at the bottom of the app, you're gonna see some options. Next to the journal tab, you're gonna see Leaf. That's basically Nutrisystem's blog, and it has a ton of helpful information in there so you can read it at your leisure. It's updated with new information often. On the other side of the big red plus sign, you're gonna see your progress. Here's where you're gonna find your starting weight, and you can log your weight every day here as well. Keep going and you're gonna see the More tab. Here is where you're gonna find, well, more stuff. You can do so much here, but one of my favorite places in this tab is the recipes section. When you click there, you're gonna find so many options for flex meals, snacks, shakes, drinks, things like that. You can see from my recents tab that I just made the black bean brownies. And if you see the SC right there, that just means it counts as a smart carb, which is pretty nice to know, right? You can see my favorites is also pretty full. Let's look at the first one on the list so you can see how it's set up. This recipe is gonna count as 1 smart carb, 1 power fuel, and 1 veggie per serving. Click on the Ingredients tab where you can see a picture of the finished product on the Leaf blog. And then you can click over to the Directions tab, and there you go, how to make it. Okay, let's go back to our journal so that I can show you the red plus sign. This is kind of the shortcut to logging your food, your water, your weight, and activity. So let's do a day of logging together. This is not an actual day though, since I'm not actually on the program anymore, but this is what it would look like if I were. Okay, first thing in the morning, I'm gonna grab a glass of water and log it. They make logging easy. My water goal was 64 ounces a day, but I usually try for 80 ounces. Okay, then it's off to breakfast. If I had a Nutrisystem breakfast item, I would just scan the barcode and it would automatically come up there. But for today, I'm just going to choose the first thing that pops up and then click log it. You'll then need to add your own power fuel. Here you can search for what you ate and enter it. I'll just do almond milk. Okay, after I've got that all logged, I'm gonna just log some more water because by that time, I'm sure I would have drank more water. And after I log my water, I'm going to log my morning snack. Okay, so your morning snack is gonna be a power fuel. So just check out the list of power fuels and pick from there what you like and then just eat that. Okay, and then we're gonna log water again. And by that time, it's probably gonna be lunchtime. So we're going to log a Nutrisystem lunch. I usually broke up my 4 servings of veggies into 2 at lunch and 2 at dinner. So we're gonna do a Nutrisystem lunch and then 2 servings of veggies. This could be like a salad with carrots or tomatoes or whatever you want it to be. You guys really, veggies are unlimited, so just eat all you want, okay? But they recommend at least 4. Okay, don't forget to log your water. Also, you're probably gonna be drinking water with your lunch, so don't forget to log the water. And then some more water. And then we're going to have our afternoon snack, which is going to consist of a power fuel and a smart carb. I liked to pair my afternoon snack with a seltzer water most of the time. It was just kind of like my little treat. I really love seltzer water, but I drink too much of it if I don't limit myself. And then we're going to drink some more water and enter that in. I know it's like crazy amount of water. It seems like I did mine a little strategically. I just got a 24-ounce water bottle and then it was just way easy math for me. I just knew I was going to be drinking 4 of those a day and I was going to hit my goal. So every time I finished one of my 24-ounce bottles of water, I just logged 24 ounces. So whatever works for you, find a system, but they make it really easy to log any amount of water pretty quickly. By that time, it's probably gonna be dinner. So we're gonna grab a Nutrisystem dinner and 2 servings of veggies. Now, if you are not doing Nutrisystem dinners or you're doing a flex meal, this is where your recipe tab is gonna come in handy big time. So you guys can go check out stuff there and it will automatically log your recipe for whatever you tell it to do as well. So that's why the app makes flex meals really easy. You can actually hit the flex meal button and it'll turn off your option to add a Nutrisystem meal and just let you add in whatever you've eaten for dinner. So it's totally up to you. You can continue to use this app even after you're done using Nutrisystem. Okay, so then after dinner, you're gonna wait a couple hours, make sure you drink some more water in between there, and then you're gonna have your evening snack. My evening snack was sent to me by Nutrisystem. It was something like popcorn or some kind of sweet and salty snack. But once I quit Nutrisystem, I really needed to get out of the habit of nighttime eating. So the PM snack thing, I'm not really sure what to tell you as far as what you should eat if you're not eating a Nutrisystem snack, other than to just try and keep it under 100 calories. And then all the while, it's gonna be tracking your calories up at the top, what you've eaten, and it doesn't take away from your calories when you do have activity. The app will track your activity if you've linked it, but you can manually enter that here, and then your day is done. So you can see how well you've done at the top, and I don't know what I did wrong, but my calories are a little off on this pretend day that I just logged with you. But get really close to it. Try not to undereat for sure. Especially for me as a woman, as active as I am, 1,200 calories is already cutting it close to the low point for me. So I need to really try and make sure that I'm eating at least 1,200 calories. So don't starve yourself, okay guys? But that's pretty much it for the app. It's really simple to use. It's incredibly helpful. Don't forget about the 50% off code that you can get in the description below if you're interested in trying Nutrisystem for yourself. And it will also be in the comment section. If you guys found this video helpful today, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe for more healthy from the inside out videos. Be sure to tap the bell icon so that you'll never miss an episode. Thanks for watching today. Go ahead and check out this video documenting my Nutrisystem journey from day 1.